Here, the day has come. I just got out of the gym, in case you couldn't tell. The first day of the rest of my life starts now. No suboxone this morning. Oh my god, you guys. I'm out in the parking lot at the gym, and there's a fucking dog in the car behind me, and he's like, he stopped, but it's funny to me. Let's see. I feel fucking amazing. Once again, laying in bed, like, I'm pretty tired. I don't know if I feel like getting up. But I did. Because I had the thought that I worked out hard at the gym yesterday. I did breath work. I had a group breath work thing last night. Oh my god, it was fucking amazing, as it always is, but especially like perfect fucking timing. And I think that's why I signed up for it, because the day before I'm fucking coming off of my suboxone, the day before, the anniversary date of John Michael's death. And so it was fucking, I cried a lot and I screamed a lot, but also she like taught me, I don't know, like new techniques, and I just really liked this girl. And breathwork is something I've liked, right? Like, I know that about myself. And so last night I was exhausted after. It's like so just draining in every way, physically, emotionally. Like, it's a lot of release all at once. And so I went to fucking bed, and I missed a couple calls from my dad, which is like work, right? And I don't usually do that, but fucking whatever, dude. I needed the sleep, and he didn't need me anyways. So this morning I was like trying to justify my sleeping in, right? Like, well, if I'm tired, maybe I need to keep sleeping, and just that, like. And then I thought, dude, this is the first day off of your suboxone. You want to exercise. Like, you don't want to fucking make this a long, like, I guess I have a belief that's like, if I exercise and meditate, it's going to be 1,000 times better than if I don't, because that's true for my regular life without having detox symptoms. But I guess as far as like the physical part, I feel like it'll help me get it out of my system faster, and maybe make from my experience, the detox, the physical stuff has been very long. Like, that's been like, I've never really tapered like I did this time, which I still didn't taper the way I had intended to, but it's a lot lower than going from 16 milligrams of suboxone to fucking nothing. I tapered from 1 milligram for like a week. Yesterday I took like 0.3 milligrams. And so I have been sneezing the last week, which is a symptom. And so, there's going to be stuff. But like I said, if I believe it to be so, then it will be so. It's not going to be as bad. It's going to be easy. It's going to be like, and it already is. Like, I feel way more connected today. And that's probably the biggest drive ever, to come off of this stuff. And that's what I've wanted for all the years I've been on it, is to just get back to me. Like, it numbs a part of me out. It keeps me from experiencing the connection with God, that source energy that I've had before, the first time I ever got clean. And I guess, like, I'm so grateful for that few months of the first time I ever got clean, and all that passion I felt, and how connected I was, because it's kept me like clinging to hope all these years. Just lots of crying. I'll be crying a lot, and I know that because the suboxone's not there anymore. And that, I don't think a lot of people realize that. I think that suboxone's the best life they've ever had. And I believe that for them it is. But at the same time, it's like, my thought process is like, Amy or Amelia, this is like why you're here, to help spread the message to others that, like, suboxone is good. It's a step up from where you have been living. But, like, there's so much more on the other side of it as well. And so not going to get into it quite as much right now because, you know, it's only day one. And I think that it'll be more of a valuable message once I get around the other side. I just know it to be so. I've done it a handful of times. See, like I feel like I can hear those messages today. They don't just feel like fleeting thoughts. They're things that I value very much. I wrote a letter to John Michael. Like when, you know, you exercise, you're in your flow state. Maybe you don't know your peak state, but and it gets the juices flowing and it can get you to perform your very best no matter what it is. And so I wrote a letter to John Michael. Like, I want to just get that shit out and process it. And I processed it a lot. And I realized that, like, I've come so far. I used to have so many things I wanted to say to him. I used to feel so sad that I didn't get to say these things to him. But I've written a lot of letters to him as well. You know, I've done a lot of releasing it. The breath work, the first time I ever did breath work, holy shit, I released a lot during that. Cried and screamed for him. Just like, it was a lot. I'm like, this letter was like, it's so funny because I used to feel like it was for me to tell him all the things I wanted to tell him. And now I realize it's for me. It's always been for me. And I am so grateful. Like, I can see that, like, we were always destined to, like, have that relationship together. We always used to talk about how, like, we just, from the moment, like, we met to the different interactions and times we had throughout our lives, like, there was always something between us, some pull. And, like, we fucking, I don't know how to explain it right in this moment, but, like, you know, there's just people that you're meant to be with, or even friendships that you're meant to have. Like, not even just people or those things. Like, every single one you're meant to have in your life is what I believe. Like, everything is there for a reason. But with John Michael and I, like, we used to talk about that unseen force. And it just makes perfect sense now. Like, I was writing about how, like, I started to write, like, you know, I finally found someone and had a baby with them who was such a great dad. He was such a great dad versus, like, my oldest son's dad, who fucking sucks at being his dad. For whatever reason, it is what it is, and I fucking said it, and I don't fucking care. John Michael was an amazing dad, and I appreciated that about him the most. And I was starting to write, like, you know, you were taken from us. And I stopped because, but I wrote it all out. Like, nobody did anything to us. Like, his actions led to that, right? And so I also reflected on, like, my actions and how I chose a man who I knew struggled with alcoholism. And now I'm in this situation, and, like, it's just like, I'm not the fucking victim today. Like, I control my life, all of it. I realize that. And it was just like a full circle moment, if you will. So there was a lot in that short letter that came out. I have to go grocery shopping now, but I hope you guys have a great day.